guys, it's Gamer Ahmer here. So today I have a pretty sweet pickup video for you. Now these items are Nintendo, PlayStation, Sega, Magnavox Odyssey, Atari, and of course the list goes on. So let's go ahead and check them out. First up on the list, I actually added 2 more of these games to my collection. Now, of course, I'm trying to go for a full set, and I've only played the handful of games that I actually had. So these are for the Fairchild Channel F, and of course I have Video Card 1, which has Tic-Tac-Toe, the Shooting Gallery, Doodle, and Quadradoodle on here, and this was from 1976, so I actually purchased this one online. And then of course I added this video cart number 4 to my collection. So this is Channel F, Fairchild Video Entertainment System. This one has Spitfire, and it's 1 player and 2 player, so it has a little bit of information on here. So there are just a couple more games that I added to my Fairchild Channel F collection, as I only have a handful and I'd like to go ahead and complete that set. And then of course on to some Sega games. We have this Sega Master System game here, and this is called Vigilante. Now this one has been on my radar for quite some time. I do have the Vigilante game for the Turbo Graphics 16, but of course I wanted this game on the Sega Master System. So this says, play this arcade smash hit on your Sega system. One of the baddest streets of the city, they know your name. You are lean and mean, the karate master they call the Vigilante. Your turf was left alone, your friends and neighbors lived in peace until the road gang got too big for their britches. You chilled, hoping things wouldn't get too rough, no such luck. They've taken your girlfriend Maria, and there's only one thing you can do, get her back any way you can. You have fists of steel, legs like pistons, and courage that won't quit. You will need all 3 because the rogues are waiting with knives, guns, and a whole bunch of nasty punks. And you'll have to fight fast. If the rogues make it back to their headquarters before you rescue Maria, all hopes will be lost. But catch them first and you'll fight the leader of the rogues, win Maria, and your turf will remain safe. Feel any pressure? No way, you're the Vigilante. So this is definitely a pretty interesting game. Has this pretty cool art style right on the front there, where there's some people fighting. And of course it's complete, so it comes with the manual and the cart, which says Sega for the 90s, the new generation on it. So this is definitely a great looking game, and I'm excited to try it out. Then of course I added another Sega Saturn game to the collection. This one had some pretty awesome cover art on it. This is called Machine Head. Of course you have this red-haired woman on the front cover, and she has this pretty awesome looking ship, and of course it has some guns on the front end. It says the world is infected with a deadly man-made virus. Guess who's the cure? So this definitely looks pretty sweet, and I'm excited to try this one out as well. And then moving on to some Magnavox Odyssey 2 games. This one is in a pretty large box, and usually the boxes look like this. So usually they are much smaller, but this one is pretty sweet. Comes with tons of extras. This artwork is just so beautiful on the front cover here. This is the Quest for the Rings. It says expanded memory cartridge, master strategy video game for the Odyssey 2. Pretty sweet looking dragon on here with some people trying to battle it. And then on the back it says, the Quest for the Rings is totally unlike any game you have ever played. A quantum evolution in-game design has interfaced state-of-the-art computer technology with advanced board game concepts to create a startling, realistic alternate world. You come to the screen in the role of a wizard, warrior, changeling, or phantom, completely equipped with enchanted swords and magical spells. Players work as a team to recover the 10 precious rings of power that lie hidden in gloomy dungeons. So on the back here, it shows a TV, you have the Magnavox Odyssey 2 with this controller overlay on top. You have 2 controllers there. You even have a board game with some extras. So of course I had to find one that included everything in it. We have this gold cart, which looks different than the regular carts for the Odyssey 2. It even has a bag with all of these different items in here. We have some little plastic pieces right here, and some of them are even metal. So we have tons of items included in this. And then it has this little tray where everything would go ahead and sit. And then we even have a couple other items in here. We have this controller overlay, so it says monsters, the dragons, the nightmares, labyrinths, the dungeons, crystal caverns, the infernos, shifting halls, ringmaster control, and it has this pretty cool map right here. And then of course we have this board game. So this is definitely pretty sweet, and it has this entire map on here. So of course, with all of this extra bonus, we are going to need a manual. So this says the quest for the rings. Of course it's all gold and it looks pretty awesome. Then it has all of this information, even some artwork in here. So just the artwork styles alone really make for this game here. And then it has a pretty much a walkthrough guide of how to actually play the game and things you may encounter. So I'll have to read up on this and go ahead and give this game a try. Maybe even have a game night. So this is definitely pretty sweet. So it says Magnavox, the brightest ideas in the world are here to play. And then of course some smaller box games. We have this multi-mode game cartridge by Magnavox Odyssey 2. This is Alpine Skiing. So this one looks pretty interesting. And then of course we have this bowling and basketball game. We even have this baseball game. Of course this Thunderball, which looks pretty neat. It says a widely realistic pinball game. Thunderball has the action including thumper bumpers, digital scoring, and unique shifting flippers. You can move to cover additional area. For even more fun, stretch out the excitement by playing Thunderball in slow motion. This remarkable computerized pinball game does everything but collect your quarters. And then we even have this fun title called Pickaxe Pete. So this one has some pretty interesting cover art on here. So I'm pretty excited to try out this game. And then, of course, on to some Nintendo titles here. We have this pretty sweet Game Boy Advance game, Pirates of the Caribbean. It says The Curse of the Black Pearl. And of course, I got this cartridge for free. And then, you may have seen in a previous video, I actually played some of this game. So this was a recent pickup. This is Mario Clash for the Virtual Boy. And then I got this pretty neat box. This is the Nintendo 64, a Japanese version of this memory expansion pack. So this is a neat one to add to the collection. And then I scored this pretty sweet game for a great deal. This is one game that's pretty expensive as a Nintendo DS game. So this is called Zombie Seeker. And hopefully I'll be able to get some gameplay of this game because it looks really fun. And it definitely looks like a great game. So now I see why it's a little bit more expensive. So I'll have to get some gameplay of this. And I'm actually looking forward to playing this game, as I love these light gun style games. And this one's definitely an interesting one for the handheld. And then of course another Nintendo game added to the collection. This is Mechanized Attack, which is definitely a really fun light gun game. So I'm excited to add this one to my collection, and it's in very good shape. course this one. This is one that you don't see every day. This is GoldenEye 007 for the Nintendo Wii. And this is a large pack. So this one includes the limited edition Classic Controller Pro, plus code to unlock Classic Conflict Mode. So on here it says exclusive tag mode multiplayer, unlockable code inside, and of course it's exclusive until December 31st of 2010, and it's compatible with the Wii Zapper. So this one is definitely pretty sweet. I don't believe I've actually played this game, but I have enjoyed a lot of the James Bond games in the past. So this one comes with the full game here, and it's also complete. And then it even comes with these instructions and paperwork, and then this gold Wii controller right here. So this is definitely a pretty sweet limited edition bonus pack right here. So I'm pretty excited to find this, and I found it for a great deal. And then of course on to some more goodies here. We have some Atari Jaguar games. So these are just some more to go ahead and complete the whole set. So I found a very good copy of Checkered Flag. So I'll have to try this one out. This is one of the less expensive titles to go ahead and add to the Jaguar collection. And then I found this pretty interesting game called Bubsy. And then it says In Fractured Fury Tales. So this one definitely looks pretty fun, and this one was a little bit pricey, so I'll have to try this one out. And then this pretty neat racing game. This is Power Drive Rally. So this was another one that was a little bit up there in price, so I'm really looking forward to trying out these games. And then, of course, Missile Command 3D. So this one definitely looks like a lot of fun, and this one once again was up there in price, as I haven't even seen too many loose copies on eBay. So this one was definitely a great in-store pickup, and I'm really excited to try it out. And then on to this pretty neat game. This is Tekken 3, and this is actually called the Bleemcast. So what it does is take the PlayStation version of Tekken 3, go ahead and up the graphics so that you can play it on the Dreamcast. So it says the best PlayStation fighter, even better on Dreamcast. So this is definitely pretty neat on here, so I'm really excited to try this out, as I'd like to play this on the Dreamcast and compare the graphics on it. So this is definitely pretty neat, and they do have a few more games of these that they did for the Bleemcast versions. So I'm going to go ahead and add those to my collection as well, as this is definitely a pretty interesting piece of history right here, and I'm really excited for it. And then I found this neat little pamphlet right here. It says Spyro Year of the Dragon, bringing the Year of the Dragon, and it has Spyro right there. And then we go ahead and open this up. You'll notice that we have Crash Bash on here. It says with one heck of a bash. And then it has on this side some pretty cool pop-ups where we have Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. It has some information here about the game and some images of the game. And then it says on the back, get playing on a PlayStation near you. No honorable gamer should be without these two intense titles. And then it says available now at retailers everywhere. And then it even comes with this disc that has Crash Bash and Spyro Year of the Dragon on here, and it just holds in place right in here. So this is definitely a pretty neat thing as well. And then on to some PlayStation games. We actually have two of these PlayStation 3 games that I've been looking for. So we have Final Fantasy 13-2, and then Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13. So these are definitely pretty neat games, and I'm trying to get caught up on the series here. And then this one even comes with a pretty neat poster inside, so I'll go ahead and open that up. So of course it says Square Enix. So it's always great when you find these games complete with all of the extra items included inside. So here we have the scene right here, and you have these characters on here as well. So this is definitely a beautiful poster right here, and it's really neat that it's still included in here and it didn't get thrown out or actually used before it got traded back in. So that is pretty cool. And then I even picked up this PlayStation 4 title, The Witcher Wild Hunt. So this one definitely looks like a really fun game, and I haven't actually played this one. So once again, I'm trying to get caught up. Then I even got these little grips right here for the controller for the PlayStation. So that's pretty cool. And then this pretty sweet Xbox game. So this one definitely has a lot going on the front cover. You have these cute, cuddly looking creatures. Then you have these vicious looking ones. It has this cartoon-esque style. It says they're callous, they're diabolical, and they're really cute. So it says, suck up devastating organic weapons and upgrades, unlock devilishly fun mini games, including stealth, survival, and golf, split screen co-op play, Xbox Live and System Link gameplay modes included, soccer. So on here, it's pretty neat and interesting looking, because even though it's so cute and cuddly with some of these characters, here they're being exploded. So this one, I definitely want to check it out. It says only on Xbox, and this is also compatible on the Xbox 360. I actually added another one to my collection, so here is all the cords that we would have for the Xbox 360, and then of course a black controller, which is crazy to think that I didn't even have a regular black one in my collection. I only had the white styling controllers and some of the limited edition ones, and then this plain Xbox 360 white version with a hard drive on top. So it's definitely pretty neat to add these to my collection, as now I can go ahead and hook these up and get some gameplay of it, go ahead and hook it up near my computer so that I can go ahead and play some of these pretty neat games that I have on the Xbox 360 without bothering to move some of the other ones that I already have hooked up in my main game area. So this is definitely pretty sweet to add to my collection, and it was completely free, so that is just an added bonus. So as you can tell, I scored a variety of games and items right here. Of course, we have some Magnavox Odyssey 2 games, and I'm even closer now to completing a full set. Have some Fairchild Channel F games right there to add to my collection. Even have some Nintendo related items, some Sega items, and some Xbox and PlayStation items. So of course these are some great items that I got in the mail, and some that I even picked up local at some of my local video game stores. So overall, these are some pretty sweet items that I'm really excited to try out and get some gameplay of these games for you guys. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos and stay tuned for more.